Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today. Joni's with us in Jackson, New Hampshire. Hi, Joni. How are you?
Well, as you say, better than I deserve. Much better.
Good. How can we help today?
Well, and my dad used to say advice is worth what you pay for it, so that was fun to start the show off with that. Okay, so my daughter's, two 40-ish years old daughters, and I co-own a cabin that's across the road from my house, where I've lived in this house for 40 years. And we bought the cabin 5 years ago. We're all three on the deed. And as you said a few weeks ago, never go into business with anyone. One reason being that they will have different interests from you. And that's what we're facing. I'd like to move from my home to the cabin, which needs some serious work to make it livable. And my daughters, one of them wants to just do as little as possible and make it into a seasonal rental. And the other one wants that also, but she doesn't want me to have a home there because she can deny it because we all have to agree, since we're co-owners. We all have to agree on work done there. And about 20 years ago, she was doing a bunch of bad stuff, and I had told her, if you keep this up, you're going to have to leave. So I had to kick her out of the house, and she wants to punish me for that.
So the way you handled that, you have a daughter that wants to punish you, and you decide to buy a cabin with her.
It wasn't.
You bought the cabin
choice.
5 years ago. 20 years ago, you kicked her out.
Well, 5 years ago, when the cabin came up for sale, the owner wanted to sell it to my daughters. And so they, on paper, bought it. I paid $200,000 for it. So I paid for the taxes and the purchase price and all of the repairs that we have done.
So they put
Do
no
they have
money
any
in
money
it?
in?
Excuse me?
They put no money in?
Right.
Oh gosh.
And I bought my house.
Do you guys have any
$29,000.
kind of written agreement on this at all?
We have one agreement that they came up with that says we all have to agree on any work that's done.
Did you sign that?
Yes.
Why? Why did you? I don't know. I don't know why you did any of this. If you had $200,000, buy the cabin, don't buy the cabin. Why did you put them on here, knowing that this one daughter is going to be a problem from day one?
I didn't know that, and the seller would not sell it to me alone. She wanted to sell it to my daughters.
Why?
So I had we either wouldn't get the cabin, or the girls would both be on the deed.
What was initially the use of the cabin? When you first bought it, did you buy it because you said, you know what, I'm going to move in here, and everybody knew that? Or was the initial purpose of the cabin to rent it out to someone else?
It was me moving up. There was an option.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't talk about any plans. I started doing little bits here and there, having a cabin chinked, making sure the roof was good.
Okay, Joni, let me ask you this: How old are you?
I bought it to protect the value of my house, so that
Joni,
we're surrounded by national forest.
Joni,
and I bought my house for $29,000.
Joni,
now it's worth $1 million.
Joni, how old are you?
70.
70. Okay. You have made a mess.
That's right.
This is a mess. Okay. And you're really left with only a couple of options. One is to convince your daughters to deed the property over to you, given that they put no money in it to start with, and they have no rights to this morally or ethically. Mm-hmm. Okay? This is an absurd deal.
Well,
you should not have done this deal. It was a dumb deal. It was a bad deal. You set yourself up to get punched in the nose. Now you're getting punched in the nose. So now the only thing you can do with this is you can convince them to deed it over to you, or you can hire an attorney and sue them and force the sale of the cabin and show the judge that they put $0 into this, and that at least you get your $200,000 back before there's anything split at the sale. Now you get to decide. Are you going to be able to convince them that you guys are all stupid? What you've done here is all stupid. You're not stupid, but what you've done is ridiculous. It's a horrible plan. And your daughters are horrible. That they took a third of this knowing that they didn't get along with their 70-year-old mother, and she paid 100% of it.
Man.
That's kind of like being a thief, okay? That's kind of what that's like. So I don't really like your daughters much.
And this is not going to be easy.
And so I don't know that you're going to be able to convince these two dweebs to turn the thing over to you. And I'm afraid you're going to be faced with a judge to do it, or you've just gotten screwed out of $200,000 because you've lost control of this because you've got a 2-to-1 vote, and the deed doesn't have any restrictions on it whatsoever. You've got 3 people, and they have 2 of the votes. So, but a judge can untangle this, and a judge can force the sale of the cabin and give you $200,000 at the sale. One other option on the persuasion side you could do is you can offer the dweebs some money to go away. I'll give you $25,000 a piece if you've got it or whatever to sign the deed over to me.
Gosh.
Which is immoral,
Yeah.
thievery, blackmail, whatever you want to call it. But it's going to be cheaper than court.
She's not going to like them much after that, though.
Well, I don't like them, so it's easy to not like them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not likable.
That's right.
Who does this to their parent?
Oh, I don't know.
It's weird.
Yeah,
you
it's
threw
not
me
good.
out of the house 20 years ago. So the way I'm going to get back at you is I'm going to get you to pay full price for a cabin that I own 1/3 of, and then I'm not going to let you do anything. Good God.
This is
What kind
terrible.
of 4-year-old is this? Needs counseling. Unbelievable. So, yeah, some people's children. But guys, you cannot enter into these things wide-eyed open and expect, a crocodile to do anything but bite your leg off. Crocodiles, it's what they do.
I just can't understand even if they liked each other, right?
It's
what
dumb.
would be ever the purpose of going into something like it? It makes no sense. If she was going to move into it anyway, just buy the house for herself.
Well, the guy wouldn't sell it to her, which is weird.
Yeah,
Also,
that's weird too.
There's a lot of weird here. But yeah. Johnny, I'm sorry. I wish I had a magic wand to make your pain go away, but your pain is not a cabin. Your pain is your daughters. And that's what you're going to have to deal with one way or another. Probably the cheapest way to do this is just buy the dweebs out and get them to sign it over. Just, it's a dweeb fee. It's a stupid tax fee. And I do something stupid and it costs me money, Joni, I call it stupid tax. You're probably going to pay some stupid tax here. You are going to pay some stupid tax.
And they better not ask for a third.
You're going to pay a lawyer. Well, they'll ask for it. These dweebs will. Gosh. So you're going to either pay a lawyer, you're going to pay the dweebs, or you're going to lose your $200,000. These are your 3 way. But you're going to lose money. You're going to lose money. Something's going on here.
I'm paying a lawyer. That if it's me, I'm paying a lawyer.
Game
I don't want to fool with these girls anymore.
Wow. It's your kids.
They're dweebs.